Okay. Um, as a target individual, there's a lot of erasing of memories, and I've been talking about memory manipulations for a long time. And the reason why I make videos is because I know the erasing my memories and changing, manipulating memories in order to make me accept these new reactions that I'm having now. It's been ongoing for years. Is to create this false persona. I think my first video I made about it was on October 2020, about how they go into my memories and make me experience the things they make me experience today. And the reason why I make videos is because I go back to that. I go back to that and listen to the things they try to make me experience. Thankfully, me making this video is a way to just say, you're not going to gaslight me for accepting this false memory. I don't give a shit what you how you act. Please understand that I see you for the gaslighting piece of shit that you are. And I'm talking about these perps contracted by these governmental entities who supposed to make you believe these false memories. For example, right now, there's some neighbors that open the door. She starts saying he'll rape. She starts trying to disorient me. They're not warning me just to warn me right now. They just try to disorient me as I'm about to say what I'm about to say. Because when they make you experience these false memories, they want you to accept this way. This is a tactic they always do. Right? They make noise campaign. They say random things to confuse you and disorient you. Listen, I have understood they have tactics that are disgusting. Target individuals do not identify. With time, it gets worse. You are more and more manipulatable. Your memories are more and more disappearing because you've been in this program for a long time. And so 4 years or 5 years of going through these manipulations, it's easier to forget you. And so this trash take advantage of that to try to make you believe these false memories. With me, the mistake they make is I'm not identifying and I'm realizing and recognizing the gaslighting. And I look at them for the piece of shit that they are. And they truly understand that. I truly understand what you do. You're trying to make me, and you try to act a way for me to believe that this is real memories, that you're not falsifying. These people are pedophiles. I've called them pedophiles in their face with no hesitation. I'm not an aggressive man, but they think that they can act a certain ways. And based on their acting, I'm supposed to accept this manipulation. Some of them are children. Of course, not all of them. I've seen grown-ass men just acting like a retard to try to make me accept a false memory. A grown man. And every time I say that, you'll fight. It's like, I'll fight. I won't fight. I'll be stabbed. I'll be tortured. But I will never identify with false memories. You understand? This part is failed. Yes, my brain is going to capture this as if it's a real memory. It's a falsified memory. I recognize it, and I know what you did. Target individual with me, it's been disgusting reaction toward children. Non-stop. Non-stop. And they've been making me experience that in my memories in order to accept these ways of reacting today. And it's crazy because with time it's getting worse. For example, I've made a video multiple times about state of vulnerability and how they forced me to get stimulation. What I meant is, listen, I'm not perfect. I was celibate for months because I didn't like the way I felt after watching adult content, after doing things to myself. Because I think it makes you feel weak. I don't think it's healthy for you. I hate that feeling after the fact of doing, and I'm saying this, and I don't want to be graphic, but the reason why I'm saying that is because they are manipulating you as a being. And so I want to be detailed about what's happening to me, because me describing who I am and how they manipulate me to be somebody else today and changing my memories to make me experience that in my memories, and to hear childlike individuals who don't even know themselves is supposed to make me accept this manipulation, that it's you. I would, if they ever do that in my face, they understand how reality will hit them really quickly. this nasty trash that I've called pedophiles in their face. It's been really bad for me to look at this trash like, you a piece of shit. Don't even fucking try to use your little gaslighting method in front of me. I see you for the low life that you are, you nasty shit. I rather get beat to death than live the life that you live. Because what they try to do, and I'm gonna be detailed and it's gonna be a little bit graphic. I'm sorry, but I want to describe what's happening in the regard of me as a target individual being manipulated and changed, and my memory being changed, and having trash around you to try to make you accept this manipulation as if it's real, because they know that day in and day out we're erasing him, and this shit contracted by this bottom feeder, these pedophiles are trying to get you to accept these manipulations. But when we see each other, with all due respect, make that mistake. It's not going to be a good mistake. I don't care how childlike you sound. You're a piece of shit involved in a program that is destroying life of even children, you piece of bottom feeder pedophiles. With all due respect, I'm sorry about the language I'm using, but it just the second I see these bottom feeders, they know it's not going to happen. You know what they've done? Unfortunately, I've been watching a lot of adult content. They play with my libido. So much so that I ended up reverting to things I don't like to do, which is watching adult content. I don't, you know what I'm trying to say. Adult individual doing things to themselves, and then me making myself climax. I'm sorry about these details, but this is the reality. I'm not perfect. I don't like that feeling. I don't think it's healthy. Matter of fact, I think for men it's negative. It makes you feel weak. It drains your energy. It makes you feel, well. So for me, I even tried my best to not even do it, to the point where I did a 5-month celibacy thing with none of that happening. I know that feeling that I experienced, and I don't like that feeling. It makes you feel very vulnerable and weak. Now today, after doing that, what they do, they still force me to get sexual stimulation toward children, but you already are in a weak state of mind, like not a weak state, your body's drained, and so they still get you stimulations toward children. For example, I was watching this man who died, and there was a picture of him when he was a child, right? It's like a memorial thing where there's like different phases of him when in his life, when he was a baby, when he was an adult, when he was a teenager, or something like that. And then when there was a picture of him as a baby, they start giving me stimulations. But now my libido, as drained as it is, it's just like, it's a weird feeling to be stimulated while you're drained. It is even more disturbing. It's like, ugh. It's already disturbing when they do that when I haven't drained my libido. But when you're drained, it's different. It's a disgusting feeling. So they gave me this feeling. That's disturbing, because you're already depleted in regard of libido. And then adding this stimulation is just, it's disgusting. So this is nasty things they do to me, because there's a picture of this man when he was a child, and he's a man who's dead now. He's no longer with us. So there's pictures of him throughout his whole life. So they make me have these stimulations. It's a disgusting feeling. And so now what they do is like, no, you felt like that. Remember before August 19, 2019, don't you remember having this feeling? And so they make me experience this feeling they just made me experience in my memories. But what they're doing is they're changing that depleted feeling I felt after watching adult content, that just like weak, but changing by this feeling they just made me experience when I'm already depleted, and stimulate me toward this man when he was a child. And this is a memorial, like kind of picture of him when you see the different phases of his life when he was a baby to now when he's an adult, before he died. And they changed as like, oh no, that feeling that you felt after watching adult content, of like that depleted feeling. No, that's the feeling actually you felt. Like, this is the feeling that you feel today. That's what's happening. And changing and making me feel this disgusting reaction I'm feeling today when they make me have these stimulations after I feel my libido has been depleted, and the stimulation they make me have toward children. But putting that in my memory, so today they're like, no, does it not feel like that's what you used to feel? You felt like that after you watch adult content, and then they make me experience that feeling. When in reality, I felt nothing. This, if anything, it didn't give me any sort of any stimulation at all. But because they can just erase your memory, and change your memory and then make you experience a new version of memories. It's like they replace memories with what you're experiencing today. And the way they do this is like they trick your brain, they make your brain believe that somehow that depleted feeling that you feel, like after watching a lot of adult content, which is a lot of men, that's what we feel low, right? It gives you a low energy. Changing that low energy into the even lower energy, the disturbing reaction they make you have when they force you to get stimulations after you depleted your libido, which is a disturbing feeling. So you see how they replace these things like that? In my memories, this is continuously manipulation of that sort. When they make me have sexual stimulation toward children, they make me believe that I have that experience when I was before August 92, or some point like that. They manipulate my memories in these ways. So today they're like, now we mapped it to this. No, you are falsifying my memories. Now what they just did today, because I just watched adult content and a climax which depleted my energy, made me feel low, which is a typical feeling I feel. Then I watched a memorial about a man who died, who got shot, where they show picture of him throughout his life, inclusive of when he was a child. They forced me a stimulation toward that. But in fact, before that, this forced me a stimulation toward a friend of mine on Instagram. She's holding her child. You can see the back of the head of her child. They forced me stimulations. And that kind of stimulation is even worse because you are already being depleted. You've depleted yourself by watching adult content, which made you climax multiple times, feeling very low, and then getting forced to get stimulations, which is like you've already vulnerable, and giving you an extra disturbing stimulation toward children. A stimulation that is aimed toward children as always, but because your libido is already low, it feels more disturbing because you're super vulnerable already. It's just ill. That ill feeling, the extra ill feeling, because they made you feel a stimulation toward children, they go into your memory and then implant that as if that's what you were feeling when you're watching adult content, climax, and you're done climaxing and you feel like this low feeling. You see how tricky and manipulative these people are? To get you to accept this nasty manipulation today. It's nasty. And then try to make you think, no, but remember you saw kids and you felt this reaction. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, this is the things I used to watch to take me away from any type of sexual reactions at all. I watch anything that is very non-sexual, which inclusive of children, because that will never drive any kind of sexual reaction. But today, they are replacing my memories with this reaction they make me have today. And then they have purpose to try to convince me that this false memory should be accepted. It's like, no, it is. It's you. Shut the fuck up, trash pedophiles. These people are pedos. Excuse my language. But they're truly low-life bottom feeders who dedicate their life into making men and women accept this manipulation that are very pedophilia-centric. Because they're compromised to the point where their life consists of you identifying with the manipulation that are pedophilia-centric, that they want you to identify. They are low-life bottom feeders that will be reimbursed. The way they have lived their life is so disgusting and pedophilia-centric. I pray to God they continue to live this disgusting life. I don't care if they use the childlike individuals. I don't care if they use adult people. These trash are so compromised. They sold their soul to pedophiles to the point that they want you to doubt yourself when you realize that they're manipulating your memories for you to identify with the manipulation they have today. God is good. I thank God for the fact that I was able to articulate that. And I thank God that my life, it consists of never doing the things that, thank God I never had to live my life like this. Some of them are children that are already compromised and they're going to continue to live life in these ways, grown like pedophiles that they are. Target individual, do not identify with these manipulations. They are erasing you and changing your memories and try to make you accept these manipulations. They are disgusting low life. I rather die in poverty than flourish doing these things to people and then try to make somebody accept these manipulations. Then see me in person and say, do you recognize me? Do you think I'm subscribing and identifying with the manipulation? I know who I am. I know what my ups, my low, I know me very much. I know everything about who I am. And I'm recognizing what you're doing and I see the trickery that you're doing to make me acceptive to these manipulations. Falsify my memories so I can accept these pedophilia things that you make me think, you make me experience. After I watch adult content, before I watch whatever, the stimulations that you force me to have, that makes me feel even extra disturbed. Because one thing is for sure, I do not like the fact that I watch adult content. It does not feel good. I don't think it's good for you. I don't think it's healthy. I hate that feeling. But even worse is when after that they are forcing me to have sexual stimulation toward a child, and actually it's an adult man. That's a picture of him when he's a child, because this man is dead, and so there's pictures of him throughout his life, and the picture when he's a child, they force me to get stimulation, but I'm already feeling low because like I said, I climax multiple times watching adult content. I'm sorry for the graphic details about what's happening to me, but it's important for me to say this thing because I know target visual, we are being erased, and I want to say exactly what's happening to me, to give you the details of how you're being manipulated. They trick your brain, and they live off trickery to make you accept this pedophilia type of torment. They are trying to make you identify with this personality they've created, and they use gimmicky characters, bottom feeders, contracted by governmental entities to get you to believe these things. I mean, if you hear the tonalities that they use while interacting with me via V2K to try to make you accept this thing, no, they are, shut the fuck up, you fucking clown. Bunch of pedophiles. Target individual, know yourself. They are trying to get you to accept a false reality. These people are compromised. They work for pedophiles. They tell you, for me, they're warning me about how they're going to frame you. You understand people who tell you they're going to frame you in this pedophilia ways. Tell you, nah, it's you fucking pedos. Shut the fuck up and continue to live your life for pedophiles. I'd rather starve to death than live my life like them. I'm sorry for the curses. I'm sorry for saying these ways. I don't like to speak that way. But let me say this. Thank you, God, that my life didn't consist of doing this. For me, I'm thankful that I was able to articulate that, because I know a few months from now, a few weeks from now, a few days from now, this way of thinking is going to be harder for me to be able to articulate this. This is why I do this now. Target individuals, stay strong.